Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Disaster Tour. I'm PT, your disaster tour guide, and this is Bits, Crits, and Halfwits. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to all of our wonderful players.
Hello.
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 Wow, look at that. Look at that crazy fancy little animation down there.
Oh wow.
I know.
That looks sick.
It's so fancy. And look at my new. I live in a tavern now, chat.
Yeah, with a
God.
dragon's head on the wall. That's fucking Derek
That-
right there.
That's a fancy tavern right there. That's
Derek
a well-stocked
was not
tavern.
that big. Derek.
No, it's fucking Derek.
Well, Derek's fucking dead, so I guess its name is dead now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could still dead things still have names.
No, its
Dedrick.
name is dead because it's fucking Derek, but Derek's fucking dead, so its name is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Edric.
Dedrick. I saw something that made me so mad today.
Oh, let's hear it.
That
What
was-
really grinds your gears?
Gears that don't fit, truthfully. But no, it was if you can't come up with a dragon name, just take a completely normal name and flip it in reverse. Because Derek would have been such a better dragon name if his name was Kared.
You know? Fair enough.
And it made me so mad. But, like, imagine the dragon comes over the hills and announces his name, and it's Kared, or Mott, or Bob.
I'll be real. I was expecting you to turn Derek into Richter.
Oh boy, there's Matt art in my art chat.
Ooh.
Oh, look at him. You know Matt can see that channel, AJ.
Oh, that's sick.
Anyways, we'll get started because there are other conversations we can have before Elliot gets here. But first, we'll start off by introducing all of our characters. Does anybody have a question they want to ask?
I'll be honest, I wasn't ready for a question.
I have an excuse. I just finished streaming.
You do.
One sec. I actually have a book full of questions somewhere around here. There it is. I'll flip to a random page.
I have an excuse. Lyra's not here.
What was a trend when you were a teenager, and would you want it to come back?
That's a
So for
good
your
in-character question. All right, first we have Karakareem, played by...
Hello, my name is Terminian Link VT, and a trend that used to be amongst hunters was, I believe we mentioned it before, was going to the newer hunters and putting them into a dream sequence of sorts that to get them prepared for their next hunt. It was later revealed to Karak that this method is actually called hazing.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want it to come back.
Fair. Then we have News and World Walker, played by...
It's me, the Sky T. I definitely don't have any established lore teenager trends.
It was just training.
Yeah.
The trend of
I
Lulan
feel-
beating up potential suitors.
I don't know. I feel like a quintessentially Minotaur thing would be like, like how people like challenge each other to like steal things, but Minotaurs don't steal, so it would be like, oh my god, go into like old man Nasty Hoof's yard and like touch his fucking axe that's sitting outside
What
or
a
some
legend.
shit like that.
What a fucking legend you have to be called Nasty Hoof.
Going. Can you imagine though? He's like the 5th generation, and it's like my hooves aren't even that nasty. Leave me alone. Get away from me. You have to go. You have to go into the Furbolg John's China shop and run through it in a dead sprint without breaking anything.
Yes. It would be test. It would be, like you challenge your other fellow Minotaur teens, and I think Newson would still be for it.
And then we have Lulin Boldspeaker, played by.
Me, Brembo. As Lulin's time as a teenager and being in the barracks and being a part of the military, there was I'm gonna go with the Karak as well. There was a type of hazing where last one up wasn't last one up had their tail tied in a knot.
Oh god!
Oh God!
There's
Jeez!
bones in that.
You had to kill your instructor.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, why do you think Lulin changed his teachings from traditional?
Lula went absolutely not.
Too
I
brutal.
will make you do 50 push-ups though if you're the last one up. It builds character.
I didn't expect to flip to it. It's good of a question. There's 3001 in here, and a couple of them are duds. So that's
Yeah,
nice.
that was a good question.
Mm-hmm.
That was solid. I can't wait for Isaac to get here and give us Elliot's answer because you know that shit's gonna be wild.
Oh, it's gonna be fucked up.
It's gonna be great.
All right. Well, last time on Bits, Crits, and Halfwits, the party kind of subtly relaxed. And by subtly relaxed, I mean did what they do every time they have downtime after a fight, fucking argued.
Yep.
Argue, have tea, etc.
Newton went to talk to Elnis and offered to give him her name, and he said, no.
He sure did.
He was like, haha, don't want that.
Dumb bitch.
Oh yeah, roll
Get
your
outta here.
D100s to see which NPC has to answer that question.
Oh
true.
yeah.
Let's see.
I was gonna say we haven't done that for like the last few
Actually,
sessions.
I'm feeling spry today. You can all ask me for an NPC to answer that question.
Oh.
Karak, who do you want that answer from?
Geez, I was on. I want to know what like. I want to know like Gazpacho's answer would be. I know they're a bear, but still.
Gazpacho is currently... Gazpacho is not even in his teenage years yet.
Oh my
so
God!
No answer provided.
Oh no! I can't wait. They're just a baby. They're gonna get so much bigger.
Gazpacho is only 6.
They're gonna get so much bigger. That's better. That's an amazing answer on its own. I'm content with that.
All right, Newsen.
I'm really torn between like 3. Oh, 4. Wait. I want to know Astroleone's.
Ooh, when he was a teenager?
Yeah.
Probably like picking up rocks. He's a god and old as fuck.
Let's...
He used to pick up rocks, and he wants that to keep going.
Astara Leone's was poetry slams because he was an elven bard when he was a teenager named Aldrich.
Oh.
You can just ask me all of them. I'll tell you all of them. We have time. We're waiting for someone to show up.
Okay. I also want to know Brennan's.
Brennan's is actually really interesting because I always prep Brennan's answers to these questions because I know he's going to get asked about more often than not. Brennan's tradition from his childhood was putting on a mask. And he would bring it back if he could ever take one off.
Oh my god. And then I also want Breton's dad. I don't remember his name, I'm sorry. We did get a name for him, but I don't remember what it is right now.
Breton's dad, when he was a teenager, they would participate in what they called shark wrangling, which is where each of the Triton teenagers would go out and find the fastest shark they could, and then they would try and wrangle them while racing across the waterway of Southam Cove.
I bet that didn't result in any limb loss at all.
No, they were probably fine.
Tell me about my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me good about good old Valiant Eye.
Valiant Eye's tradition was very similar to yours because you're the same age and you went through the same training of A, trying not to get tail-tied. But her other favorite tradition, which she still participates in, is simping over Lulin.
Oh my god.
I kind of want to know about Razzlethar the Devourer.
Oh my god, so true.
He was my second pick.
Eating cows.
Yo,
You still
running
does
away
that
from the
now.
giant farmers.
Hey, sometimes you don't change with age. No,
Don't mess with the classics.
now, his actual favorite thing to do, and the reason he got the name Razzlethar the Devourer, is because he would sneak into other dragons' hordes and steal things, and if he got caught, he would eat them and run for his life.
That man has shat more gold than we've ever seen.
Probably. That man has shat more gold than we've ever seen. What a statement.
What a quote.
you.
What a quote.
I'm on fire today, and I'm a little
That's-
feral.
That's almost on par as you and the other person double fisting ranch.
Me and Lib.
Yeah.
I need to find the picture of that thing, because it is like...
Excuse me?
I know you said it was like a race bottle with like two handles or whatever.
Yeah,
or
it's like,
whatever.
it's got two bases and two nozzles, and it's sort of like... It's set up in like an X shape, so like you and your buddy can squeeze the same ranch bottle, basically. It's so weird. Hold on, I gotta find it.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You really don't. I promise you it's not necessary.
No, it is necessary.
God.
There it is. Hidden Valley is dropping a two-headed bottle of ranch.
The only thing that I can
Put it in the
imagine
chat,
that's
put it in the
worse
chat.
than that is like the dad beer hat, but with a ranch dressing bottle on either side.
Oh my, hold here. I'm putting it in the BCH chat.
Yes,
Hold on.
please.
Oh, thank God Isaac's here.
You have to look at it.
All right. And then we have, here's the question of the day, Isaac.
Okay.
The question of the day is, what is a tradition from your teenage years, and would your character bring it back? So then we have Elliot Burning Oak, played by...
It's me, Isaac. A tradition from Elliot's teenage years was the street barbecues, and I don't think you bring that back.
Mostly because the menu's basically impossible to acquire now.
I'm genuinely so tempted to report that message. But as we pick up, we're not picking anyone off quite yet. As we pick up Elliot, Lulin, and Karak, you watched Elliot walk out of the firelight and draw the sword on his way to have a conversation.
Indeed. Newson said not being there.
Getting so wasted.
All right. Elliot, you walk off into the darkness towards the world tree, drawing the sword as you go.
So, let's get to know each other. I'm Elliot, Burning Oak, obviously. Tell me about some of you. As he just, like, holds the sword out in front of him.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Bruh. Really making me track down this pinned message. Means I have
Yes.
to open the channel that I was told not to open.
This
Guess I
is
was
what
told
you
not to
get
open it,
for
but-
wanting a private conversation, idiot.
How?
What a
How
This is what you
dumbass.
get for becoming one of the gods, idiot.
Yeah,
Elliot's not gonna be a god.
nerd.
He already has the
Nerd.
complex.
Damn.
Damn!
Get him.
Get his
Get
ass!
him. Jeez.
Right? God damn.
It's
Tell us
okay,
what you
old
really
Yeller.
think.
You'll be fine.
I thought we killed the god of fire, but with these burns, I'm not so sure.
Elliot, you are overwhelmed as a cacophony of thousands of voices fills your head. You can't make out.
One at a goddamn time.
The voices do not slow down as they continue to just scream into your head.
All right, shut up.
That's not what I meant to do. Roll me an Arcana check to assert your will over the sword.
Okay. Straight. Wait. Yeah, Arcana. That's a normal thing.
Jeez Louise.
How are you magically trying to... I know I told you to make an Arcana roll, but magically, how are you kind of asserting yourself over this sword? Like, what's the process inside Elliot's head to force them to be quiet?
He is imagining them. Like imagining the sword and just like... Because he's like one of the few that sees the spirits. But sort of just like pushing back against energy. Like the sort of like stop, and if there's pushback, Elliot push harder.
So kind of like throwing up a dam between you and the water.
Sure.
Okay. So as you exert this force and you push back against these voices, you hear them kind of quiet down and stop, and you can almost hear them mumbling around you, but it's a much more peaceful environment now.
Elliot's gonna see if he can focus in on one entity in the sword.
You focus in, and we'll use that same Arcana check. You focus in on an entity as you watch a soul kind of pulled forward through this gap until there's a shadowy figure standing in front of you.
Why, hello. That doesn't sound like it's going to be good for your voice in the long term.
The spirit's kind of just staring at you. Almost as if waiting.
Do you remember who you are? Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Thorn. What do you know about this here weapon? Cool. Anything else?
It keeps their skills as well.
Interesting. What skills did you possess?
I've also realized that I'm gonna have to just talk normally because none of this is coming through on OBS.
On stream.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's barely coming through for me, and yeah. So repeat that last part.
I was a thief before the sword took my life.
I like how he goes, I'm gonna have to talk normally, and then doesn't.
Oh, I
Yep.
just meant louder.
No.
It was still cutting in
Okay.
and out on this end, so...
Oh, it all came through on OBS that time. I'll find the happy middle ground.
Okay.
That you will. You were a thief.
Was.
It's fun. Anybody important?
Nobles and kings alike. I robbed from their coffers almost daily before they sent their champion to end my life.
I see. Well, It's a pleasure meeting you. Anybody else interesting in there?
He kind of like turns back and looks at the wall of kind of opaque fog that's surrounding this little circle that you're now in. In your head, obviously.
Naturally.
There are thousands within the blade.
I see. So the answer is yes, there are more interesting people. Well,
What is it you have summoned me for?
just, really just, question what the deal is, I'm a new wielder, obviously. We've never met before.
So you say, but you've yet to wield the sword in truth.
What does that mean?
As a part of the curse that binds us here, we are not allowed to say. Speak
That's
to
a
the
little rude.
last wielder if you wish to know more. Unless, of course, he is dead. In which case you will have to discover it yourself.
Yeah, okay. I'll see what I can find out. By the way, that's another thing that would have been nice to know about the sword in that first question I asked. But that's okay. I understand you were didn't quite understand the assignment.
Just
Yeah.
because you wield the blade does not mean we are bound to your whims, wizard.
Oh, I never said you were. Certainly not. I think that's probably it for now.
You watch as soon as you say that, the spirit is pulled back through the wall.
Okay. Noted.
Do you want to try and find any other ones?
No, I think he'll just resheath the sword and head back on over.
So you return to the camp, and it didn't feel like a long conversation. But when you get back, Newson is also approaching the camp.
Okay.
What's everybody doing?
Rock is probably getting ready for bed. Maybe saying something along the lines to Lulin that like he'll probably take today, and then if the party's still going on tomorrow, he might partake in whatever's going on because he does need to go have an actual Minotaur party at some point.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, once everything is figured out, that's when the party will start.
Ah.
It doesn't
Yeah,
start till we get back home.
Yeah, I imagine it'll be back in the main city.
Ah.
Newson
Well, that'll be
says,
a
having just come from a party.
Well,
Stumbling and carrying a barrel.
no, she did not finish that barrel of.
Did you bring it back with you, though?
Yes, she would have brought it back, obviously.
Well, yeah.
Coming back with a
Lulin
whole
would
barrel.
have
It's just like, yeah, the party hadn't started yet.
It has. That's one barrel of mead does not a Minotaur party make.
You know, forgive me. I assume I assumed, and that was wrong of me.
That's my belief now, is that when Newson gets drunk, she gets very formal.
Oh god,
Very formal and very emotional.
very yes.
All right.
I think Lulu would join the party and crack the keg open and fill a tankard. You enjoy the party in there, Museum.
Yeah, yeah, I mean it was good. It was good to see everybody able to make some merriment. I was really just there to check in on Elness, but he was perfectly fine. And I was, worrying for no reason, I suppose.
We'll let you checked up on him.
Yeah.
I don't know him like you do, so I'm glad. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, can't have you doing all of the emotional labor around here.
I mean, if you want to help pick up some of the slack, that's fine.
I'll do my best.
Lilo takes a big drink after that.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
fair.
as like the night's going on, I think Luan's like polishing his new hammer, polishing his shield, and all that. Just taking care of him, taking care of his stuff. As like we're just having like light conversations and such.
Mm-hmm.
As the night kind of transitions deeper, you see that the moon is seemingly not in the sky. It's a new moon. Almost as if heralding the new chapter in our party's lives.
Almost as if.
Almost as if.
Not quite, though.
Mm-hmm.
But almost.
Close.
And as you
Almost
all lay down to make camp, who's taking first watch?
I think Lulu
Ellie
will.
will take.
Well,
Oh,
Oh.
we'll both take first watch.
well,
Try
fine.
to stop us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just that good as a team.
I high five Elliot.
Let's go.
All right. Both of you roll me perception checks.
You got it, boss.
Damn.
Double damn.
You all, neither of you see anything.
Oh, yes, nothing of consequence, surely.
Nothing at all.
The world
I
is
think-
perfect.
Yeah, I think that would be the time that like Lulu's like finally taking time to like trying and like understand this like magical shield. Now that he has like a clear conscience and like is like can actually think. He's gonna try and start like messing with it and like trying to like understand it.
As you're messing with this shield, you kind of hold it up to your face as you look into it, and you see your own reflection in the silvered front of this shield. And then while you're staring at it, your reflection blinks.
Okay. Lulin like waves.
As you wave, your reflection waves back as you feel yourself drawn towards it. So you roll me a wisdom save. Elliot, you roll me a perception check.
Okay, boss.
Dirty 20. So dirty. So filthy.
The
So-
filthiest 20 you've ever seen.
Lulin, you have a feeling that you're not compelled to, but that this shield is trying to draw you towards the reflection, into itself. And you don't sense any malevolence, so to speak. But Elliot, with that perception check, you get, like, the faintest hint of magical energy surging near Lulin.
Elliot's gonna get up and go towards Luba.
If it's beckoning me to come towards, I think like Lulin's gonna like he's like reaching his like hand, like open palm, like putting it on.
Elliot, you watch as Lulin sets his palm against this shield, and in a flash disappears.
Wow, that bodes well. Does he have any inkling of what caused it?
Are you going up to look at the shield?
Is the shield still there?
The shield is still on the ground.
Oh, then
It,
yeah.
it hits the ground and does like the rattling kind of wobble before settling on the
Yes.
cobblestones.
The rattle wobble.
I don't know how to
Wobble, baby,
describe
wobble, baby.
that physically. You know, like when a coin, like you spin
No, I
a
know
coin.
what you mean, though. I mean,
Okay.
I know what you mean. I just think the words you picked were funny.
Lulin, you find yourself inside the shield facing yourself, but this version of you, instead of having flowers up both horns, has thorns up both. And is spattered in blood. Elliot, are you touching the shield or doing anything? Are you looking at it? What are you doing? I need to know this before I proceed with Lulin's bit.
Do I see anything in the shield?
When you look into the shield, you see your own reflection. And as you're looking at it, your reflection tilts its head at you.
Oh, great. We have a monster shield. I love that. Just deciding that it's
Roll me a
monster
wisdom save.
now. Okay.
We'll say that... Yeah, so you get the same feeling that it's like it wants you to come closer, but it's not, like, drawing you in. There's no real malevolence there.
He's gonna stand back and just assess them.
Okay, for Nuzin and Karak, when the shield hits the cobblestones, both of you give me a perception check to see if you wake up.
Okay. That is an 18 for me.
So
That is an
Karak,
11.
you are fast asleep.
Mhm.
Nuzin, you kind of like groggily open your eyes, and you see Elliot standing over Lulin's shield, and Lulin is nowhere to be seen.
Kind of like rubs her eyes and like blinks a couple times looking at him and goes, "Everything okay? Did Lulin leave?"
No. I think he went in the shield.
In the shield.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel evil, so I'm not too worried about it.
The shield doesn't feel...
Remind me where we got the shield.
Roll history.
PT. Fuck you. Un momento. That. Yeah, fuck you. Where we get?
The shield was one of Pharaoh's gifts to the party.
Oh shit! In that case, that's from Pharaoh. Whatever.
All right. Everyone but Lulin deafen up.
It's
Alright.
my turn.
It's
Hello.
your turn!
So Lulin, you're standing in this kind of empty plains, standing across from yourself. as it's just kind of mimicking your motions.
I think Lulin's gonna like walk up to it, wipe off some of the blood. Because I don't think you said it was bleeding, but it has like thorns wrapped around it. So like, just wipe
Its,
away like any
its
like
horns do.
yeah, okay. And he's just looking at it, you know, inquisitively. What's going on, friend?
What's going on, friend?
Too much is going on. I think it's like Lulin like looks at the open plains and just nods his head and starts going for a stroll.
You feel this figure turn the other way and begin walking off the other direction as you continue your stroll. For as long as you want to, really.
After like a couple of like sentences, Lulin's gonna like look beside him and realize that like it's not there. Okay, and Lulin's gonna like turn back and see that he's like double as far away.
As you turn back, the reflection turns back and faces at you.
So, what to do? Okay. So, I guess you are doing the opposite, but the same.
I am you and you are me.
Same coin, just different sides.
One side is the side of light and the other is the side you dare not face.
I think the time is up, and Lulin's just gonna give it a hug. He's just gonna embrace it.
When
I've
you
been hiding.
embrace it, the world around you shatters in fractals. As it splits apart and kind of encircles you until you are surrounded by thousands of versions of yourself. As you hear them all speak in unison, do you know who you are?
I am Lulin.
But what is Lulin?
An adventurer, a consort, a man who just wants to bring unity, freedom, and smiles, bring happiness to as many lives as I can reach. This is who I want to be.
And what am I?
Is this the thorny?
This
one,
is
or it
all of them.
You are all resemblance of freedom, all unique to each of your own.
You watch as they all tilt their head.
We are all the same person, but you are all unique.
But we are not you and you are not I. We are always in front of you and never behind. We're something you can see, yet we're not confined. If you are Lulin, what are we?
Lulin also tilts his head. Oh, I've never been good at riddles. Where's Lyra? I think Luna's gonna like take a good look at like all the ones like in the front. As he's thinking.
They stand there silently looking back at you, still mimicking your motions.
Hmm.
What
You guys are my
we?
root. You guys are my roots.
No, we're not. And as they say that, the world kind of fractures again. As you watch one of the mirrors shatter and fall down, revealing a pathway beyond it.
Where's Lyra to help with the riddles? I'm not good at these. As Luna's just taking the walk, going up the path.
As you begin walking down this path, mirrors break to either side of you, opening up new pathways. And as you're making your way through it, you begin to realize that you're in a maze. As your reflections walk alongside you and walk the other way, moving around you until you reach another room. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but come alive with your fears. What are we?
Can you repeat that?
We speak without a mouth and hear without ears. We have no body, but come alive with your fears. What are we?
My mind, my dreams, my nightmares, my consciousness, my brain. Lula giggles.
Closer. As another mirror breaks, revealing the next path.
Lula goes up and goes the next path. Man, I hope going to college would have made me better at these, but I only had one class. As Lula continues walking up the path.
As you reach the end of this next path, after several more twists and turns, you find yourself face to face with the thorny Lulin again in one of the panes of mirror in front of you. You always forge ahead, but you never look behind. What is your creation except a testing of time?
Legacy?
No. And none of the mirrors shatter this time. As from somewhere behind you in the maze, you hear the crack of a whip. What do you do?
Lulin's gonna keep looking. He's not gonna turn around, but he's gonna keep looking. I
You
have no
hear
reason.
the cracking getting closer and closer. You cannot know where you are without knowing where you've been. If you're going to look without, first you must look within.
Yeah. Dylan's gonna turn.
As you turn, Lulin, in the walls of the maze, you see every event in your life that has brought you to where you are. As you watch the events fracture and break, as you see the fractals of every person you could have been. As a figure turns the corner at the end of the hallway you're standing in, looking back at you, and it's you, with bloody thorns up both horns, scars across your body, holding a hammer in one hand and a whip in the other. You hear the voices echo through the maze again as this figure begins walking towards you. Are you afraid of your past because of who you are, or because of who you could have been? Do you truly fear that which you think you do, or do you fear yourself?
I'm terrified of myself, but I'm also terrified of what I can't do.
And what is that?
Could be as simple as not bringing one person a smile when I thought I could. A smile could change a whole person's day or a lifetime. Now, like, as Lulin's talking like about that, he's walking up to the 31. He takes a flower out of his hair, puts it into his.
As you put the flower into the hair of this mirror, Lulin, you watch as the vines begin to split and bloom until you're looking at yourself and you hear the mirror say, "Very well," as everything seems to begin folding in on itself. And I'll have everyone on deafen for what happens next.
I was gonna say, can I do one more thing?
You can. What do you want to do?
Before that happens, Lulin's gonna grab some thorns and wrap it around one of his horns.
As you wrap the thorns around your horn, you feel them begin to dig in and almost imprint. And as you turn to look in the mirror as these fractals close in around you, you see, which horn did you wrap them around, left or right?
Whatever the art one looks like, the right horn.
Okay.
Go make that canonical.
You watch around your right horn as branching from the maze is a winding trail of thorns to the tip of your horn. As the fractals close in on you completely.
My phone is actively charging and cannot reach to the good spot.
We just need the elf.
The goddamn elf.
What are the odds
Always
he's not
making
even
us
at his
wait on
computer
him.
right now?
Can't believe it.
I was literally just about to get up and walk away when you started your thumbs upping. So I'd say the likelihood is high.
There we go.
Especially if there is.
So, as all of you watch, the mirrored surface of this shield begins to fracture and split before almost like liquid silver. You watch a form appear in front of it, and Lulin is standing there holding his hand against the shield. And Lulin, you can describe the change.
Just to make sure, I'm still asleep, right?
You are still asleep.
Yeah.
Wanted to make sure.
I would say probably from the point of view everybody else is looking at. Sure, everybody's off to the side. You're not going to see a change, but it's not until Lulin looks at you, and just like the poster was revealed, half of Lulin is now covered in thorns and vines, as the other side is blossoming in spring and summertime flowers. Just looking a little bit older.
And for Elliot and Newson, this took place in the span of 2 minutes.
Earl, what are we doing?
And that was the sound it made when Lulin came out of the shield.
Good job, Earl. Good job.
He's doing the Foley.
Yeah, he's being a little shit. That's what.
So for you, Lulin, that felt like hours. For the rest of you, it took 2 minutes.
Newson's already jumping up, what happened? What's going on? Is everything okay? You literally went. Oh, God, why can't we have one normal night's sleep?
Yeah. Turns out, this gift from Pharaoh. It's like a shield of mirrors or shield of fractals or something. I don't know. It beckoned me forth. It didn't seem evil. It didn't seem, bad. Plus, Elliot was awake, so I was like, fuck it.
See, I told you it didn't seem evil.
It was really cool, though. It showed me fractals of myself, of who I had been and who I wasn't, and what I could have been, and very emotional. And I think it was needed.
Huh. Cool. All that in 2 minutes, eh?
I don't know about that one, Chief. Felt like 2 hours in there.
Oh. Well, in that case, a little bit of time distortion. Never hurt nobody.
It did. It did, and it will, and it has. And
See, now you're understanding it. It has been, it will never be, and currently is, and you understand.
Grok just sleeping like a baby through this entire thing.
In my experience, that wasn't a great thing, but if you found some peace through it, I guess that's okay.
Oh, I'm not saying I did. I wouldn't describe it as peaceful, but it was needed.
So just an experience, then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
All right. Lulin, you are now attuned to your shield.
Yay. Alright, Newson. Go back to bed. We'll continue our watch. I promise I won't go back in the shield.
Hey, if you say so, I mean...
Lulin reaches to the shield.
Look, I mean, you held it before and you weren't inside of it, so I'm assuming you can do it again.
Yeah, but I never looked at it. I never poked around and tinkered with it. It's the first time I actually had time to actually tend to my things. It's so dirty and mangled and banged up and dented and scratched. Ugh.
All right.
That's life, I guess.
Newsen, as you go back to bed, the rest of their watch passes without incident. On to second watch. Are you both staying awake? Because if so, Lulin, you will not get a long rest.
Yeah, no. Lulin will make like a fresh pot of tea for the next people. Have a cup, and then I'll wake up.
Well, Elliot,
no.
are you staying awake or going to bed? Because I think you
I can
trance.
stay awake and still get the
Yeah, you trance anyways.
yeah.
Um,
So I'll wake up not Newsen.
Anybody but Newton.
You'll wake up Karak.
Yeah.
That's the only other option,
Yeah.
so...
Waking up Karak, sleeps like a stone.
Wake up.
Right.
Alright,
Oh.
night, Lewin.
Good night.
Alright, Karak. We got some tea going.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. What? Does Lulin look different? What happened?
Oh, he's just a little prickly now.
Oh, that's understandable. Understandable.
Yeah. It's something about investigating all that was, could, or was not.
Sounds like my time in the forest when I first went in there.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Sounds wonderful.
Elliot, are you going to bed or are you staying awake for a second shift?
He'll hang out with Karak a little bit, but probably not like too long.
Okay. Karak, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Let's go.
Let's go.
That's one of my best skills.
That's what I'm good
Perceptive
at.
little motherfucker.
Perceptive little motherfucker.
I was
If
gonna
I
say
just
16.
if I just say it's good, then the roll will be good. I have a -1 in all
I was
reality.
gonna say 16 is not that bad. Then I saw you rolled 17 and minus 1. I was like, oh, that's why. Yeah, makes sense now.
You spoke it
should
into
carry on.
existence, you know?
Alright,
Gotta
roll
let the
me
dice know.
a d20.
Oh, well then.
Yeah, being bad at things
Oh,
is bad.
sorry, that's the I went to click. I clicked the wrong button. I'll just. There we go.
Being bad at things is bad.
Well, you did worse.
As you're awake, Karak, you
Mhm.
you're looking up at the sky as you watch a burst of lights as a dazzling display of colorful lights dances across the sky. And as you look around the camp, you can see the colors kind of dappled dancing across the people who were sleeping as an aurora lights up the sky.
Has Karak seen anything like this before?
No.
Oh, that is majestic. There's so much more I have to see. Karak's just gonna kind of smile while looking up, just enjoying the light show.
And that will last for your entire shift.
Wonderful.
Give me an Arcana roll
Ooh.
as you're watching it. It seems faint, but every once in a while you feel like you can see animals running across the aurora.
I wonder what hunt they're on right now.
And then you can wake up either Elliot for his second shift of the night or Newsen.
Probably gonna wake up Newsen, because Elliot woke me up and... Well, Lulin, I believe... Actually, I think I might have already been asleep when they decided. But yeah, I'm gonna wake up Newsen.
All right.
Like, hey, wake up.
Yep, I'm up. Anything fun happen?
Oh, there was a lovely aurora. I've never seen anything like it.
Oh. Wow, you know, when I say fun, I usually mean it sarcastically, as like it was a bad thing that happened, but that actually does sound pretty fun.
Oh. I hope you have a fun watch as well. And Karak's gonna go back to whatever little bedding area that he made before, just you know.
All right. Newton, is there anything you want to do on your watch shift? Besides keep watch?
Is there anything you want to do other than keep watch on the watch?
Well, like Lulin attuned to the shield. Like, is there anything around camp you want to do?
I don't think so. She kind of be. I think she would sort of be like grumbling to herself a little bit. I think probably she did not had kind of shit dreams because of all the fighting and then more fighting that happened.
Dreams of the future.
Yeah, dreams of the future.
All right.
Kind of worriedly glancing over at Lulin every once in a while, maybe, and this new form change.
All right, go ahead and roll me a perception check then.
All right. Perceptifying, I shall do. That is a dirty 20 as well.
All right.
Dirty 20s.
So dirty.
Roll me a D100.
Oh boy. That's an 87.
As you're sitting there in camp keeping watch, suddenly you see a short, hooded figure walking towards the camp. And I mean like 3 feet tall.
With, purpose?
Yep.
I think she'll stand up and be like, can I help you?
You watch as this figure kind of stops and looks up at you before it pulls the hood down. And you see green scales. Probably. Hi, Newton. Good see. As it just walks over and makes itself at home around the campfire.
Well, this is certainly a surprise. I didn't expect to see you here.
Why not? We everywhere else.
Well, we were previously on another plane of existence that
We go there too sometime.
it was locked. How could you have possibly been there?
Just because door locked not mean they're not crack under door.
What do you want?
Just come check in. Been a long time since travel without much magic.
You mean you all traveling or us traveling?
Us travel. You all seem travel all time.
Yeah, well, that's true.
But what make you think just because here want something?
I mean, most of the other times that we've interacted as of recent have been a bit transactional, so I just kind of assumed.
Just because have
Also-
good working relationship not mean still friend.
I mean, we're also out in the middle of nowhere, so presumably you tracked us down to come here.
I just come through tree. Did you know tree door, right?
Yeah, I know the tree's a door, but why?
We sense magic when door opens, so we come look. We go to other tree and then come through to this tree.
Gotcha.
And then, we walk out of tree and we see camp full of friend and that guy. As he
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of points to Karak.
Yeah, that guy's new.
Yeah, was statue long time, right?
Yeah, he was. Well, I mean, here we are.
Yeah.
How's, the rest of everything?
We lost another bag, but it okay.
Another one?
Yeah.
Are there even any left?
Just this one, as he, like, holds up a bag.
What's the point of it if there's only one?
Keep me dumb.
So 2 of you are smart now?
Yeah. Which good, because thing bad.
What thing?
Everything.
Everything's bad?
Seem like.
Okay.
Elves have bad time. Minotaur do pretty good, actually. But they not have magic, so it makes sense.
I don't remember. Did we all hear about the spell plague last time, or was that just Elliot?
Elliot shared.
Okay. Okay, so you're talking about that weird illness that's going around?
Yeah. We call it arcanophage.
Arcanophage, okay. I guess that makes sense. The Minotaurs don't use a lot of magic. It come
So from a world like this one.
Like the ethereal plane? Or, not the ethereal, the Feywild?
It come from inside door.
Oh. Okay. I mean, I guess you at least you know something about it. You guys don't know where specifically it came from, though, or anything?
Not yet. We looking, though.
Okay. Guess that's good. So, probably the best place for us to go is back to Ulfast, then.
At least to start.
Yeah, we were pretty explicitly not told to go home. At least for now. So, 2 of you all are smart now. There's only 1 bag left. The world is in ruins.
Not ruins. Just different.
Okay, well, I guess that's better than ruins, yeah. But there's a illness that we only know came from another world that's bad.
Yes.
Okay.
We looking into it. We have good leads.
Y'all ever dealt with the gods before?
Oh, yes. Many time.
Yeah? How'd that go?
We decided it better to be dumb.
Got it. So you guys dealt with the gods before you were dumb.
Yes. And couple times since. But not in big way.
Got it.
But
well,
they back now.
They are back now, yeah? Well, I guess if any of you guys have any advice, I'm all ears. Obviously, that doesn't mean right now, but, in the future.
I mean, it depends what you going to do when you get back. We have lots of advice.
Yeah?
Yeah. What
you ever just tried to talk one out of doing something bad?
Ooh. Trying to talk gods out of doing things is hard.
Yeah. That's kind of what I figured.
And them knowing you know about them also hard sometime. Unless you worship, but we don't want to do that.
Well, yeah. Gotta do your own thing, of course.
Yeah. What kind of I mean, what kind of help you need?
I don't really know yet. It's there's a lot that we've learned in a what feels like a short amount of time for us, but apparently wasn't a short amount of time maybe elsewhere.
Eh. Time reliable.
So true. Time is reliable.
I mean, what long time for you, short time for us.
That is true. You guys are all like so old.
But we look good for age.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. You keep it tight.
I not know what that mean. Like, keep cloak tight?
Yes, keep cloak tight. You know,
Okay.
it's not tatty or anything.
Okay. We come long way from when we first give you coin.
That is true. Yeah, you all have your own cloaks now instead of sharing one.
Well, we still have Big Cloak hanging in house. We actually traded for several other along way.
Well, you gotta trade up sometime, I guess. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Maybe
just a lot.
I going to go explore. Maybe you think about questions. I come back when everyone awake.
Yeah, you know, other people might have questions for you too. Oh, the new guy's name is Karak, by the way.
Ah. Karak.
Close enough, probably.
He less hard-headed than last time saw.
Yes, yeah, he is regular flesh now and not a rock.
Yeah. We had to be real careful every once in a while. Come move.
You moved him?
Yeah, couple time he got caught in river and we not think that good for him.
Oh yeah, I guess erosion probably would be pretty bad.
Yeah, so we move.
Well, that's nice. I'm sure he'll be very appreciative of that. That seems like something that he would thank you profusely for.
I mean, we just help him move. We surprised he not remember. He not tell you we help him move?
No, he doesn't remember anything.
Oh boy.
Not as far as I know.
As
anyway.
the
I mean, I guess-
kobold's like just staring into the flames.
Is he supposed to remember things? I mean, he was a rock. I mean, that's not like you can really...
Yeah, but there was times when rock not rock.
Wait, there were times that he wasn't a rock in the 1,000 years that he was a rock?
You not first people pull him out of rock.
So he went back in willingly?
Willingly strong word.
Who...
You just first ones not put him back in.
Oh. People were pulling him out and putting him back in? That seems fucked up.
Well, most time when he come up, he not want stay awake for long.
Why?
Because if world not change around you, why you change? Sometime thought is better to just be rock.
I mean, it doesn't seem like he would think that, but
Maybe
Huh.
he different now.
yeah, I guess. Who knew you could go into a stone for 1,000 years and then be different? Or I guess not 1,000 consecutive years, but like
Close enough.
incrementally. Yeah.
Anyway, I come back in morning. You tell friends I
Okay.
hear. Maybe have breakfast?
Oh yeah, you know Lulin will make breakfast. He always does.
Yes. And then in morning, it be transemptional.
Yes, yeah. In morning it will be transemptional.
Okay. As like this kobold like puts his hands down and like hops himself up off the rock he's sitting on. Anyway, is Bird Guy still here?
You mean Mog?
Yes.
He was around. He's part of the reason why we were able to shatter the sky.
Yes, that good. That mean
yeah, I think-
I have to do job.
What job?
It time wake up Mog friend.
Oh. Well, he'll probably be pretty stoked about that.
Hope so. Otherwise, he shoot at us with big gun.
You know, it might be of interest to you to know he does have like a dragon's body in his tower right now.
That makes sense. 2 clawed arm here once.
An arm?
Yes.
You think he grew a whole dragon from an arm? Can you do that?
I not member.
You don't lie. Come on now.
I not member Halberd grow thing.
Okay, well, that's really weird. Okay, well, alright, I'll see you later.
Just cause other two smart and tell me what go, not mean I member everything.
I guess that's fair. You remember enough.
More than want to. Carnival been closed long time. No more prize.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay, I go wake up friend. Goodbye, friend Minotaur. As he, like,
See you
pats
later.
a hand, like, on your calf, because he's really not that tall. Turns around and wanders into the night as the sun rises. After a couple of hours, people start to wake up.
I gotta make a pile, apparently.
Who wakes up first? It's probably Elliot.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I want to wake up because I gotta see the next sunrise. It's the first one in a new
Oh,
world.
that's true. That's true. Karak wakes up like clockwork.
Newson's like stoking the embers of the fire to get it burning again for breakfast.
So how was watch?
Weird.
Oh, that's
You-
unfortunate.
You don't remember anything from when you were stuck in the stone, right?
Nope, just bits and pieces, emotions. I remember a lot about before when I went in. A lot of friends gone.
Yeah,
But hey, I got new friends now.
that is true. Yeah, a friend of ours stopped by.
Oh, wonderful. It's a shame I didn't get to meet him.
Oh, you will. He'll be back.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
They don't miss breakfast.
Ah. Well, I wouldn't want to miss breakfast either. First things first, though. I gotta go find a good place to see the sunrise.
I hope it's a good one. She like
Oh.
tosses another log on the fire.
Karak's gonna wander out somewhere where they can find a good view of what the sun looks like.
So the best place you could probably get a view is crawling up the rubble of the obsidian tower and sitting at the top.
Well, if that's the case, that's what we're doing.
So Newson, you watch as Karak begins, like, scaling this pile of rubble as you hear the other two start to groan and wake up.
Stunning.
Oh, the disappointment from PT's face.
Oh,
love
I
it.
guess Elliot wakes up first.
I for it.
I guess Elliot wakes up first. Elliot, when you wake up, Lulin is snoring and Newson's tending the fire. Karak is nowhere to be seen.
Elliot's also snoring.
I'll be real. I didn't pin Lulin as a me snore. I expected them to be more honk shoe.
It depends on the day.
Understandable.
Elliot's, looking around for Corona.
Newson, you would notice Elliot looking around.
Newson's not looking to have a conversation.
What about a fight?
Yes, that she would be interested in.
Is Elliot able to see where Grok is right now?
Roll
Up on the
perception.
stone? You got it, boss.
Elliot, your dreams were filled with memories of 1,000 different lives. Just bits and
Nice.
pieces of them.
Better than his own dreams.
Go
Where
ahead.
did the window go? There it is. Sorry, I have too many Chrome windows open.
You cannot see Karak.
Well, in that case, are we like by a river or something? Where are we getting our water?
You're really not. You're using what you had in your water
Yeah.
skins. You guys are on an island in the middle of a lava lake.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
I'm assuming that the logs that Nugent's throwing on the fire are probably like shafts of broken spears and stuff.
Yeah. Whatever wood bits and bobs she could find, really.
Debating how hard she would have to look before just deciding to toss Elliot on.
It's
yeah,
like
marbles.
when you pick up something heavy and you test the weight of it to see how far you can lob it directly at Elliot's head, you know?
Or when you pick up Elliot and test the weight to see how far you can lob it.
Nah.
Nah, she knows better.
Nugent, Lulin, you finally wake up. And you wake up to just kind of awkward silence.
Newson and
Elliot's
Elliot
wandering
specifically.
towards the woods.
Yeah, Newson and Elliot not making eye contact at all, or even facing each other.
Lulin's gonna like rub his eyes, yawn. Two are kids. Come on, grow up.
I'm taking care of the fire for breakfast. By the way, one of the kobolds showed up, so they'll be back.
Cool. I'm gonna go see if I can hunt something for breakfast.
In the town?
No, in the woods, dumbass.
What woods? You're in the middle
What
of a
woods?
lava lake!
That's the town.
You'd have to go all the way up the edge of the crater.
Okay.
You'd be gone for hours.
That's
By the time you
that's
get back,
half the day.
it'll be dinner time by the time you get back.
And you'd probably piss someone off by
going
making
down.
stairs.
Lord knows I would make stairs. Fine, we'll go into town and see if you can buy food.
As you go into town, the town's kind of, people are waking up, shops are opening, and you smell, as you're walking through the town, you smell baked bread.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's where I'm going first.
As you get there, you see a furbolg kind of like, you see them reach in with a large oven spatula and pull out a bunch of bread and set it to the side as they turn and they see you. Oh, you're up early. Welcome to the kiln.
Thank you. The kiln.
Well, yes, it used to be an old pottery shop before we converted it to make bread.
Okay. Cool. Well, in that case, I'd like a few loaves. How much?
Oh, for you all, free.
Oh, I couldn't accept that. I must pay, surely.
Well, you know, I do have, as he pulls out like a stone, he goes, if you would be willing to record just a stunning review into this.
Sorry.
If you'd like to just try the bread, speak about your experiences with it. You know, something that when
Yeah,
people come
sure,
by
of
to
course.
see, we can show them, we had the heroes of the hold. You know,
Why not?
being the official bakery of the heroes of the hold would be marvelous for business.
Well, I don't know about that, but I'll try the bread and I'll give an honest review.
All right. Let me roll a secret check to myself to see how good this bread actually is.
No.
Oh no.
Are you going to lie?
What kind of bread is it? Because even if it's bad bread, depending on the bread, it could still be good.
Mm-hmm.
It's the shittiest bread you've ever had.
It's like they
I would
accidentally
love to see
glaze
that
the
back
loaves
then.
out of habit, and it's just hard as a goddamn rock.
Yeah, so that's actually pretty accurate.
Oh no.
So he hands you a piece of this bread, and how are you trying? Like, are you just taking a bite of it? Or are you trying to like break it in half?
Well, he would try to tear a piece off of it.
So
You
you
don't bite into a loaf piece, PT. Come on.
coward.
Have you ever made fresh bread? How do you bite into that?
With my
How do
teeth.
you not? It smells so good.
All right. Well, agree to disagree.
All of my
So,
loaves have
you
a
try
bite
to,
taken
like-
right out of it.
You try to like pull a piece off, and the outside of it is legitimately as hard as a rock.
Mold Earth.
Is this one by chance stale? I can't seem to get into it.
Oh no, sorry. I forgot. You're not from here. We sell geode bread here.
Ah,
As
can I get
he
a
like
small hammer to break it open?
absolutely. As he like rummages around and he holds out a hammer and like a nail to you.
Crack that bitch.
Elliot's going to crack it open.
You crack it open, and as it cracks open, you get hit with a waft of just this freshly baked, like, cinnamon bread smell.
Oh, fuck, yeah. Let's get a little bit of that.
The inside of it is fucking delicious.
Oh my god.
Like, you can see a couple other people while you're, like, trying it out, buying it, and the way they seem to be eating it is they're breaking it open and then just ripping pieces out of the inside and dipping it in some sort of bowl that this guy didn't give you.
Yeah, that's definitely not how real life Isaac eats bread.
Yeah, who eats the hard outside? You go straight for the soft
You go
innards.
straight for the inside of the bread. Look,
All-
this
all-
is a
all
normal
Isaac's-
experience.
We've
for
had
me.
this conversation before,
But
I
Isaac.
think
People
so,
shamed
yeah.
us for it.
No, that's exactly how you should eat bread. As your senses kind of pick it up, though, you're kind of getting a sense that what they're dipping it in is some sort of chocolate sauce.
Oh my fucking god.
How dare you do this to us?
I need a break right now so I could go find sugar immediately.
All right, well, it is 9 o'clock, so while Elliot tries the bread, we'll take a quick 5-minute break, and everybody will be back in a minute.
I'm going to
Go.
get snacks.
We'll
Yes,
see everyone
go get
soon.
snacks.
All right, we are back. What are the three of you doing at camp while Elliot is off shopping at a bakery?
Two of them, unless you're implying Lyra. Because I'm overdoing my sunrise stuff.
I think you would have come back by now. The sunrise, it was over an hour since they've been awake. The sunrise has gone and passed.
True. 365,361 down. 4 just done. I did that reverse this time for the effect.
Big numbers.
Very big numbers. I'm keeping track of it.
All right, what are y'all doing at camp while Elliot's off getting bread, though?
Kind of just relaxing. A good nap definitely did Karoth good.
Yeah.
He was literally at 1 HP that entire time after the fight. He was on the verge of death for a long time.
Trips over a sleeping Newson, hits his head, rolls 3 failed death saves, and dies on the ground. All right. If you guys aren't doing anything, if you guys aren't doing anything, we can just go back to Elliot eating bread.
Sorry, I was finishing my Manchity Crunchity, but I will probably step away from the group for a minute once the fire is going well enough for
Lulin to start cooking.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Approval.
All right. So Lulin, as you're starting breakfast, Newson steps away from the fire.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, leave the master at work.
Hey, I gave you the tools. The fire is stoked. I won't get in your way.
I wouldn't mind the help. As Lulin puts a fresh pot of tea going.
All right, Newson, you're heading away from the group. What are you doing?
She's just gonna kind of like, as once she's far enough away, she's gonna kind of stop and be like, "So, are you still there?" As she's wont to do now.
As you say that, you hear like the tinny sound of wood chimes as sitting on a rock across from you is Astara Leone. Of course I'm here, darling.
Well, I wasn't actually honestly sure what was gonna happen to you after the whole world implosion.
Well, surprisingly enough, the spell didn't kill anyone.
Yeah. So, what happened?
In terms of the sky breaking, or in terms of the other gods?
Well, I mean, the sky breaking, it's broke. The worlds are combined. Whatever that entails, I guess we'll find out. The other gods, yeah.
Many of them are weakened. Those who have more voluntary participants in their religion are growing back to strength faster than others, like Nissa. Others, like Umbreon's little lapdog, have run off to their caves to hide.
And were you around for whatever happened to Elliot last night? Because he said he saw Roran.
You saw all of the perpetuals. He died in a very interesting way.
So he was fully dead.
Of course. The perpetuals saw fit to give him an option to return to life. Not something they do often, but when the circumstances of one's death and the strength of their conviction is strong enough, it does happen from time to time.
Wasn't that a thing you kind of regretted the last time you did it?
I didn't.
Really?
There's more than one way to become a perpetual, and this one hasn't happened since long before Roran.
Huh.
But I do have to inform you that I am bound by the oath of the council to not share what happened in the room. That will have to come from your friend.
Oh, well. It's as good as buried then.
My apologies, but there are some rules even I cannot break. And
Fair enough.
I wouldn't want to make any of them angry. They're already choosing sides.
Choosing sides.
What I
What
can
are
say about what happened in that room is Elliot coming back to life was tantamount to a declaration of war for dear Roran.
Got it. So, well, I guess that makes sense. Elliot's kind of his number one. I mean, we were all kind of like, fuck that guy, but he was especially like, fuck that guy.
Yes, their hatred of each other could power the realm.
Yep. So,
But you wanted to save him.
well, I kind of think that convincing one god to go back to doing what they're good at in a good way would save the most people
I don't
rather than,
I don't disagree.
I mean, what's a world without hope? Practically death at that point.
Very true.
And, but so that's gonna be a problem then. So essentially, Elliot is living on sheer desire to murder Roran, is kind of the vibe. I mean, I'm getting.
Borrowed time.
Got it.
Time borrowed in the name of completing a task is time borrowed nonetheless.
Yeah.
But he swore. Well, I can't tell you what he swore, but I can say that there's a future that comes out of this where you save the world and your friend. After all, destroying something can take more than one form.
I guess that's true. So he's on borrowed time, but there is a possibility that it doesn't have to be borrowed time.
Well, if he follows through with his oath, he'll live forever. It's up to you to figure out what that oath entails.
Or if I agree with it.
Of course, he will go through the same steps that Roran did. He won't remember who he was.
I sure hope he doesn't go through all the steps.
Yes, well, we can both hope for that, darling.
Oh.
The future is very tangled right now.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh.
Is there something else you wanted to ask me, darling?
I don't know, I just wanted to know, I didn't know if you were gonna be there or not, and yeah, I was kind of curious about what happened, just, you know, because Elliot had said he'd come face to face with Roran. Good to know that it's war now, for real, and not just...
There is a silver lining. Your friend's pact has been broken. Choosing to break that pact will weaken Roran for a time.
I guess that's true. I'm glad that Lyra's not stuck with that, though I will say she wasn't too happy to hear about mine.
Well, but I'm so much nicer than he is.
You know, I tried to tell her that, but She doesn't think the sacrifice of my sanity is worth it. Can't imagine why.
Well, there's no guarantee you're sacrificing your sanity.
You know, that's what I tried to say, but...
Perhaps I can
Okay.
speak with her and make her see the light.
I don't think that would be a good idea. She's already...
Well, that's your choice, darling. I'm bound to you, not the rest
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah. She was already pretty iffy about warnings that I had for her in the first place, so...
Yes. Although I do feel bound to tell you that other gods are looking to stake their claims.
On each of us.
At least on their presence in your future.
Hmm.
If
Okay.
if this war goes the way that many futures are saying it will, well, perpetuals can destroy one another. Everybody's trying to make sure they end up on the winning side.
And what are the sides, exactly? Are the sides Roran and Elliot now?
It's either the life of hope or the death of hope. But
That's a big fight.
yes. Some have already sworn themselves to his name. You'll have to be on the lookout for them.
To Elliot?
To Roran.
Oh, to both. Okay, got it. Yeah, well, that makes sense. I mean, he's fucking Hope.
So far, the only friend you have is me. But I'm working in the background to make sure you have others.
Well, I mean, you know, I'm so charming. I'm sure I could help. If you need me to.
Yes. I will do what I can. But the Serenity and the Lost have already joined him.
Do you know why?